Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for checking out today's video, and we're talking all about the hookers today. We are not talking slices because you know what, slices, they get too much help. We often just talk about how to stop slicing the golf ball and we forget about those hookers that work so hard to stop hitting the ball left for right-handed golfers. So we're talking about golf hookers, by the way. Come on, less of that. Golf hookers. So golfers that swing the club a little bit on the inside, get a little bit trapped, wrap the hands over, wrap the club face over from right to left, and the ball goes right to left. Now, as you can see, this is not the time to be hitting that shot. This is not the time to be hitting the ball from right to left. Now, this would also be the time that that type of golfer would be worried about hitting the ball from right to left and give it the big block to the right. So it's the two-way miss that we're talking about. And generally we tend to see the golfers get the two-way miss from the club head being too much behind the body. Lower body then starts to extend in to hit the shot, and the hands then wrap over. It's very easy to get the block, very easy to rip the hands over to the left and get the hook shot. So two things we're going to be talking about is going to be transition. It's also going to be posture, because early extension is something you may hear a lot of, and it's the hips pushing in towards where the golf ball is. So for the hookers, they kind of push the hips in. There's a lot of innuendos with this. No, that's why no one does it. So for the hookers, the arms come down, the hips come in, the hands flip over, okay? So what we're going to try and feel is that the club face works straight back down in front of the body, and then we rotate. And to rotate, we've got to stay into the posture. The spine angle has got to stay at the same level so the shoulders can rotate back under the chin on the way through the shot. So a very simple drill we're going to use to start with. Right hand under, left hand over. We're going to take the club away, and as you start to get up to the top of the backswing, just going to start to feel that right elbow just extend down. Okay, now over a golf swing, we'd be making sure that we keep the wrists hinged as much as they were at the top of the backswing, so no extra lag or anything like that, just making sure we maintain the angle. I'm just going to try and feel that right elbow just extend, because as it starts to extend, then it's getting the club back in front of the chest. In doing so, we're going to make sure we keep the hips back so then we can rotate. So this right shoulder now is going to work more under the chin, and as you can see, the shaft of the club now starts to extend and rotate, and the shaft of the club now is pointing left. So we're starting to exit more to the left, which is the opposite for a golfer that would have been inside and exiting to the right hand side. So two very important drills: extend the right elbow down to get the feel that it doesn't get stuck in here. Arms work out back in front of the buttons of a t-shirt or back in front of your chest, staying in the posture, and then we're going to turn to exit to the left hand side. So this right shoulder really works under the chin, just like so. I'm going to take dead aim at the flag. Oh my god. So I've pulled it. Clear the water. We're dry. We're dry. One golf ball did not bite the dust. That is a good thing. Trust me, I lose so many golf balls doing these tips. I forget to pick them up half the time, which is also bloody stupid. Right, so why did the ball pull left? Two things, and I think it's a massive success that happened. Why? Because when you swing it from the inside, you generally see the family of golf shots you will see. Push, push slice, hook, a little bit thin, okay? You'll very rarely see a straight pull shot to the left. No, you'll never see a straight pull shot to the left because the path's not going in that direction. Club face could have been, but the path wasn't. So if the club face was, but the path isn't, it'll curve. That was a pretty straight shot, okay? So that tells me I managed to get my path working more to the left, which is the opposite of the fault I would have been doing. And by the way, folks, this is a tip not just for you, this is a tip for me. Because I'm working on this, I've been working on this for a very, very long time still, and it's just something I'll just generally fall back into, is getting a bit droppy. Arms start to get to the top and drop on the inside, and that's how I start to get the occasional slinger. So that's what we're trying to avoid. People like Rick Shields as well gets very much stuck on the inside. You'll see Rick get the big sling hook draw or the big block off to the right hand side. For him and me in particular, we struggle with our wedge control because we we don't create the right amount of spin sometimes on wedges, and they just travel too far. Whereas someone like Finch is a lot better with his wedges because he's a little bit more out to in with his golf swing. And when he's a little bit more out to in, he can start to generally get a consistency in his flight. But it doesn't really matter because neither of them are anywhere near as good as me anyway. So as we come back into this again, get the feel of the right elbows down, wrist hinge has stayed. I've stayed in my posture. I'm going to turn that right shoulder under my chest and just look where that club exits relative to the target left. Obviously now it's about learning to stabilize the club face because I'll be used to rotating the face. Golf club face doesn't know, and my hands don't know I'm swinging it differently. So they're still trying to rescue me. That's why I hit that pull to the left, because face and path pointed there. So we're going to extend down with the right elbow, keep the wrist hinge, right shoulder turn under the chest to the left. Again, oh my God, it's an incredible strike. That's a brand new Pro V1 and that's going to splash. Oh, that hurts. Literally a brand new Pro V1. When I looked over the ball, I was like, uh-oh. So again, I've corrected my path, but my hands have still worked left. There's a price to pay for getting rid of this hook. And that was about $5. Brilliant. Okay, well now I'm back on, I've got another Pro V1 here, so we're back under pressure. I might just start aiming back at the middle of the green. I'm trying to fade it in off the flag, you know? I'm trying to fade it off the water, I should say. Flag's on the far left of the green, water's just in front. I'm trying to fade it off there, aren't I? So, same again. The strike was incredible. Really pure strike. I've just worked it a little bit too much to the left. That's the shot. Oh, that is money. Oh, that's the shot I want to hit for the rest of my life. That is the shot I want to hit forever and ever and ever. Oh, that was so good. Out there, turn, stabilize face. Just pure. Can I get two in a row? Come on. So right elbow down, hold the wrist hinge, right shoulder under chin, stabilize face. It was a bit bottomy, so that means, because it's a bit bottomy, it's a bit more spinny, so it's got a little bit more curve on it, but it's still, well, gone over the back of the green. That was massive. Bulking up, folks. Just to give you a little bit of a, I'm going to digress a little bit of information. Pete Cowen has been in the Golf Academy this week. He's here on holiday with the family, came down to the academy yesterday, and obviously as golf coaches, first thing we spoke to him about was the Ryder Cup. I won't tell you what he said about that, but we're also asking about what it's like working with Rory, because he's just started working with Rory, he's working with Brooks, and one of the interesting things is like, look at the best players in the world, a lot of them just hit fades. Rahm, fade, Brooks, fade, like they just hit these beautiful little trap fades and they know what they're going to get. They take the left side of the golf course completely out of play and just close the face almost and just work the body left, and they just trap fade it. Miles, but they trap fade it. And that's something that Rory's trying to do, because Rory's grown up, very similar to me, with a little bit of a two-way miss, where you get a little bit stuck on the inside, you get the block and you get the hook. Now, when you're not playing well, or you're under the gun, you're under pressure, those shots don't hold up very, very well at all. You remember the Masters, I know it was a few years ago, but it was a disaster to watch, wasn't it? Like, so difficult to watch, because he's got one of the best golf swings in the world, and when we see his shot tracer and it just comes off with this 1 yard draw, you just think, oh, that is just incredible. But under pressure, it's a difficult thing to continually reproduce. So, and obviously we know as well, Rory's putting is not the best in the world, but for him, he wants his game to be a little bit more on that fade shout. So he takes one side of the golf course out of play and he can just work the ball a little bit from left to right. So what I will say to you, come back to this video in 1 year time and just comment and go, you were right, Andy. Rory's now got this beautiful little trap fade, he's world #1 and he's winning everything. It's my prediction, because he's got one of the best golf coaches in the world helping him, and they've got the right vision of what they want to see in the golf swing. So if you're a golfer that hooks the ball from right to left, or you get the two-way miss and you get the big block to the right hand side like I do, which is frustrating and difficult to continually work with, this sort of drill is going to be amazing for you to get that extension out in front of the body and just work the swing more to the left, right shoulder under, stabilize the face, and just let it pop off to the right hand side, and you will notice a massive difference in your game. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this tip. Please do hit that like. Also, please follow me on my social media platforms. And as for today, from the incredible Alzora Golf Club here just north of Dubai, south, north, potato, potato. It's an incredible location. Definitely check it out if you're in Dubai. But thanks for watching, guys. See you again.